Installing Linux on VirtualBox. Hello and welcome back to the lectures. In the previous video we have learnt about VirtualBox. Now let us install Ubuntu on VirtualBox. As per the documentation of Luckfox, we need Ubuntu version 22.4. So let us download this first. You have to go to this URL, that is releases dot Ubuntu. Now let us go to this URL, that is releases.ubuntu.com, and here you can find previous releases because the latest one is version 24, but we need an older version, that is version 22. That is why we have to go to this URL, and from there we can find this one, that is Ubuntu version 22.04, and this one is what we need. And here you have two options. One is the desktop image and another one is the server install images. For our current use case we need a desktop image, so we can download it from here. And here we have the architecture, that is 64-bit PC, which is based on the x86 architecture or AMD 64. So most of the PCs and laptops, they are this architecture only, that is x86 64-bit. So you have to download this image. It will download a disk image in form of ISO image, which is a standard for disk images. Let us start the download, and the download size is about 4.4 gigabytes, and it will take around 10 minutes to download. After downloading you will get a file something like this, which is having an extension of .iso, an icon like this, like a disk image. So this file is equivalent to a physical DVD, and it can act as an installation media for your new operating system. Now let us start VirtualBox, and here is my VirtualBox running, and on the left pane we have all our virtual machine that we have created. Right now in my system I'm having two different virtual machines, and this second one is the one that I have demonstrated how to create a virtual machine in this VirtualBox. And now our task is to load this virtual DVD in the DVD ROM of this virtual machine. And from here in the storage section you can see that you are having an optical drive, and this optical drive can read CDs and DVDs, and this can help install new operating system in this virtual machine. Currently this virtual machine is blank, it is not having any operating system. So if you start it, it will not work because it is not having any operating system. It will show you an error that no boot device is present. So first we have to install a valid operating system in the internal emulated hard drive that we have created in the previous video. So let us first load this virtual DVD on our optical drive. For that click here and then click choose a disk, and then it will prompt you to choose a file. So you can select this ISO file anywhere in your file system. Right now I am having this in my download folder. From there I can choose this one, that is whatever I have downloaded, that is Ubuntu version 22.4 setup ISO image, and we can just load this disk, and it will show you here that this virtual DVD has been loaded into the virtual optical drive. Now we are all ready to boot the system, but first it will boot from the optical drive temporarily, and then from that live disk we can install our operating system, Ubuntu operating system, on our integrated internal hard drive, so that we don't have to depend on this ISO every time we boot our virtual machine. So let us start. Let us hit the start button and boot our virtual machine from this virtual DVD. The system is starting, the virtual machine is booting, and soon you will see the output. Here is the output. Now our virtual machine has successfully booted from the virtual DVD, and just like any other installation media or any other installation DVD of operating system, we have a menu here which is telling us we can try or install Ubuntu. Let us choose this option, the first one, the default one, and hit the enter key, and it will start booting up the Ubuntu operating system. So here we have our Ubuntu booting. Now it is booting in the trial mode or directly from the DVD, just like a live disk. Then we have to install it permanently in our virtual hard drive that we have created in the previous videos. It will take some time to boot. And finally, when it has completed booting, you will see the normal desktop of our operating system. And here we have. So here we have the Ubuntu desktop. And now we have two options here. That is, we can try Ubuntu directly from the live disk, or we can install Ubuntu. On the left hand side, you can choose your preferred language. Right now we will select English only, and then we will go with the second option, that is install Ubuntu. The installation is very simple. Let us select the keyboard layout and our language, and then click continue. Then we have two options. Either we can go with a normal installation which will install some default utilities, but this option will take more disk space. So if you have limited disk space, you can choose this option and enable this option, that is install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware, that is download updates while installing Ubuntu. We can click continue. This is preparing the Ubuntu drivers. It will take some time, like a minute or so. Now what it is telling, that this computer currently has no detected operating system, because this our virtual hard drive, it is currently blank. We have not installed any OS on it, because this was a fresh virtual machine that we have created under VirtualBox. So we can easily go with this option, that is erase the disk and install Ubuntu. But before we proceed, let us see the current size of our virtual hard drive. So here is my virtual hard drive, that is VirtualBox SDK, and we have created this in the previous videos, and it is named like Ubuntu.vdi, and currently it is only taking like this 2048 or 2 MB on my host operating system, that is Windows. And we will inspect this virtual disk image after we have installed Ubuntu. So naturally it will increase in size. So this I was demonstrating you only to show that these virtual hard drives, they don't take up the size of the actual hard drive. That is, we have created this virtual disk image of 100 GBs, but initially it will not take 100 GBs on your hard drive. It will take only as much as it is required by the operating system. So without any further delay, let us start the installation of our operating system Ubuntu. We can hit the button install now. Write changes back to the disk, click continue. So these changes will be done. Where are you? So select your location here and click continue. Then enter your name and basic details. I have filled all the required informations here, and now I am all ready to hit this continue button. I have entered my name, computer's name, username. So please also write down these credentials like username and password somewhere in the safe area, so that you don't have any problem logging into the system afterwards. So installation started, copying files, and you have to wait for some minutes so that this installation could complete. I think it was copying in the background while we were filling the username and everything. That is why it is completing a bit fast. So here we can also view the details by expanding this section. Almost finished. Great. It hardly took me 5 minutes to install this OS. Great, our installation is complete. We can hit the button restart now. Now it will give you an important message, that is, please remove the installation media and then hit the enter key. So we have to go here, and it has automatically ejected it. So you have to make sure that this our virtual optical drive is ejected. That means the ISO file that we have previously loaded into this virtual drive, it has been removed, because otherwise it will again boot from the removable drive, that means the DVD. But this time we wish to boot it from the internal hard drive or the internal virtual hard drive. You can confirm this fact from here, that is, currently our boot order is first from floppy, then from optical, and finally from the hard disk. So the first time when we booted, we used this one optical. Now we have ejected optical drive so that we can boot from hard drive. So make sure this is set like this, and now we are all ready to launch our virtual machine. We can just click this one and click this thing. But before that, let us first close the previous session, that is this one. It is waiting here. Please remove the installation media and press enter. Now we have removed the installation media. We are all ready to hit the enter key. Great. It is restarting, and now this time it is booting from the internal hard drive. Great. It is booting from the internal hard drive. And this time it will boot the installed Ubuntu operating system, not the live one that is present on the DVD. And now you can safely delete this one. We don't need this file, we don't need this ISO anymore, so you are free to delete this one. And now let us see the size of our virtual drive. So this is our virtual hard drive. Now see the size. Select this one and have a look here. So only the basic installation of the operating system took about 12 gigabytes. That is why I was telling you to allocate about 50 or 100 GB for this virtual disk. And here we have our login prompt, and this time we have a user here, and enter your password. And log in, hit the enter key. Great, we have the Ubuntu desktop. We are all ready to go. We have our desktop here. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. And in the next video, we will explore this operating system in detail. We will learn about the basic uses. So see you there.